for one sixth grade student, this was not some hypothetical question. This was their reality. They woke up one morning and they heard this eerie noise coming from their parents' bedroom. And they saw their father attacking their mother and driving her head into the ground repeatedly as she screamed for help. I want you to raise your hand if you have a mother or some adult woman in your life that means something to you, that's been a mentor, that takes care of you, that means a lot to you. Raise your hand if you have some woman that's an adult that you care about. All right, good. If it doesn't apply to you, then I don't want you to do it. All right? I want you to stand up if the person that you thought about, think about that person. If their life was in danger, I want you to stand up if you would do anything you could to keep them from losing their life. All right, give everybody a hand and you can have a seat. Give everybody a hand, give everybody a hand. Good, good, good. This reminds me of a story. So for one sixth grade student, this was not some hypothetical question. This was their reality. They woke up one morning and they heard this eerie noise coming from their parents' bedroom. And they saw their father attacking their mother and driving her head into the ground repeatedly as she screamed for help. The boy walked into the room. His father told him to go back into his room. He pleaded with his father, "What are you doing, man? Stop. Why are you hurting Mom? What are you doing?" He told him to go in his room. The little boy ran in his room. He started crying. He started praying. He didn't know what to do. Then he thought, you know what? I'm going to get the house phone. I know y'all don't know what a house phone is, but it's what we had before cell phones. He got the house phone. Only thing wrong was the batteries got knocked out. He couldn't call for help. He went back in his room. He's crying. He doesn't know what to do. Then he thinks, you know what? If I don't do something, my mom could lose her life. So he made a choice. Even though he was scared, even though he was shaking, he ran out the front door of his house. Luckily, his grandparents lived right next door. He knocked on the door. His heart was beating out of his chest. His grandmother answers the door. They run back. They get help. The neighbor comes. Eventually, the situation is taken care of, but it was printed in the newspaper. Well, that sixth grader was me when I was 11 years old. Because September 3rd is the worst day of my life, and there's no day even close, because that was the day that my dad had a manic episode. As we've been talking about mental health this month, he has bipolar, and he had an episode in which he attacked my mom, and he left the house in handcuffs. And I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget what was on the TV. I remember the color of his shirt. I remember everything about that day. And after that day, and I just want to say that my dad isn't a bad person. He just had mental health. He just had something he was dealing with. My parents are, in fact, still together. And my mom did not die, but she was injured very badly. And that was one of the times we realized my dad really needed to get help, and we got him help. And that's why mental health is so important. And that's why it's so important how we treat each other, because you never know what somebody, even though they're smiling, even though they might got motion, even though they might have the next Jordans on, you don't know what they got to deal with at home. And so for me, school was my safe place. So as a teacher, I'm a teacher too. I don't play about that, because you never know. I might be the kid in the classroom that you're dealing with. Right?
What's up? It's your new favorite author, DJ Lacy. And I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your day and watching this video. If you haven't already, do me a huge favor and go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. See you next time.